Hello, I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com, using tarot to help you do the inner work, heal yourself and create the life that you truly want to live. This is today's tarot. It's for all signs, and it is for Sunday the 1st of December, which is a new moon. It's a new moon in Sagittarius, and this deck says that it's about focusing on the positive. Well, let's see if the guides agree with that, shall we? I am still offering 2025 year ahead readings, a month by month, great detailed reading, but the price has gone up now. Or you might just be able to catch it, in fact, still with $100 off if you get it as soon as you see this, perhaps, because the price will be going up 1st of December. They're still on offer though. Check out my website, BeHealing.com. So what's on the energies for everybody today? We have a bringer of change. Change is coming about, and leave behind what is no longer you. Interesting. You know, sometimes new moons have an air of a full moon around them. Full moons are often about letting go of things. New moons are about planting seeds, but they do tend to be linked to each other, right? We let go of something and then change happens. So you're letting go of something and it's bringing in change. Letting go of what is no longer you. You know, that to me is about, you know how we can tend to be people pleasers. We want to make other people happy, do what other people want from us rather than what we want for ourselves. You might be stopping the people pleasing, or stopping, I don't know, something like that. Mischief. And it might make you feel mischievous, because what was popping up for me, and I didn't really want to say it because I think we're all of the age where it doesn't really matter anymore, but you know, when you're doing the career that your parents want you to do instead of the one that you want to do, it felt like that kind of an energy. Well, it's probably not that specific, but mischief. You change it and then you feel mischievous, right? So you make a good decision for yourself of something that you want to do for yourself, and you feel naughty for doing it. Like wrong for doing it. Well, all adults, we can make whatever decisions we want. So why should we feel mischievous for making a decision that we want to do? Weird, isn't it? It's weird. You know, there's all kinds of feelings that can come up when we're making good decisions for ourselves. Guilt, shame, all kinds of things. Mischief. Naughty. Self-care. Take care of yourself. Do what's best for you. Take care of yourself. Put yourself first. And I'm saying that just to the people that watch me, because I know you're not selfish people. This advice isn't right for selfish people. And it's like, if you have a look at most religions, they'll be talking to the selfish people rather than people like you and me. Because all advice isn't right for everybody. It just depends like which side of the fence you're on. Let's get some tarot out. I've got my Christmas decks out. Starting off with the 7 of Candles. The 7 of Candles is about protecting ourselves. What else have we got? I got this deck last year, but I don't know it very well. 7 of Good Cheer. 2 sevens already. This is about confusion of choices. And we have the 4 of Candles. The 4 of Candles being the marriage card. It's about solid foundations. It's that one. And then we have the King of Canes. The King of Wands. The one that gets his own way, gets what it is that he wants. He takes action and quite sure of himself, this one. Well, let's get some cards out and find out what it's all about. Another Christmas deck. This is the Nightmare Before Christmas deck. So the 7 of Candles, what's that all about? The 5 of Needles. An argument within ourselves. The 9 of Candles. We've healed ourselves and we need to persevere forward. Justice, for our justice. Okay, so it's about protecting ourselves from ourselves, really, because this 5 of Needles is all about a fight that we've got within ourselves. You've almost healed yourself, but there's still something going on within yourself. Now, that, you know, when I was saying about why do we feel a certain way? We make good decisions for ourselves and for our lives, and we feel naughty. We feel guilt and shame about it when we know it's a good decision. So why would we have those negative feelings? Well, it's got something to do with leaving behind what's no longer you, letting go of those things. I mean, whose is that for? Is it still your parent? You're still trying to make your parent happy, or a grandparent or something, or your teacher? You're still trying to make your like whatever grade teacher happy with your choices, and you don't even have contact with them anymore, you know? Sometimes we need to get to the bottom of why our subconscious mind and our nervous system, like, why are they making up these feelings that are inappropriate for the situation and the choice that we're making? Why are we getting them? We can find out. You can follow those clues and find out, like, whose voice is it? Who has the voice of... Because often, you know, if it is a voice that you hear, your subconscious mind, it can have the accent of the person who was judging you. So protect yourself, from that, the voices inside your head. That sounds like we're all crazy, and we all are. But, you know, we do all have voices inside of our heads. Of course we do. It's the subconscious mind. It's there to protect us. It's negatively focused. And of course, it is going to go on and on and on based on the perception that it's got, based on the experiences that you've had. It will be about the worst teacher that you had and the parent that didn't even like you very much, you know? It will be about that because that's what it wants to protect you from. But very rare, right, that those people or things or situations are still in our lives. And so really healing ourselves, to me, is not about removing those things, perfecting ourselves. It's not about that. It's about knowing ourselves, knowing what our subconscious is like, knowing what our nervous system is like, and then living with that and putting it in its place, no longer being pushed around by it, not believing these things. There's growth behind that. So you're growing, you're becoming more of yourself now. It can take a long time, can't it? It can take a long time. So the Seven of Good Cheer, you might be confused about choices. A good choice for ourselves should just feel good, shouldn't it? It shouldn't come with a dollop of guilt and a smattering of shame and a naughtiness. Well, no. It will come with that. It will come with all kinds of feelings depending on the experiences that you had and the people that you've had in your life. The Three of Presents, about the people in your life, the people that you have planned with, the people that you've been involved with, the people that you've learned from. Because let's not blame those people either, that teacher or that parent or whoever it was. Let's not blame them. They were on a journey because they got the same thing that was wired into their nervous system. And so they were on autopilot too, dishing it out to the next person. So it's who you learned it from. Interesting. What's behind that, please? Yeah, I think if we could actually like perfect ourselves and like heal from these things so we don't have these things anymore, I would have done it already. If that was even possible, I would have done it already because I have been focused on my healing. And what I've found is that I just kind of know myself better now, and I don't need to believe these things inside of me. I know how I am. There's discernment behind that. So you've got to choose what's best for you, and then also not silence the voices that you have inside of you, your nervous system and your subconscious mind. Listen to it, but don't believe it. Just know where it comes from. Put it in its place. The Four of Candles, because solid foundations are being built in something here. Solid foundations built in something. What's this about? It's about the Four of Candles. Same card. It is about, oh, they're both candles. Christmas decks have candles. The Knight of Potions, romance. The Nine of Needles, anxiety about romance. And the Seven of Candles, again, protection from that. So, oh, anxiety about this romance. What's this about? Well, it's the rough with the smooth again. Solid foundations. How are they built up in a romance? Well, it's not through someone being perfect and like none of these negative feelings coming up. Those negative feelings are our feelings. It's not about the other person. It's our feelings. It's solid foundations are feeling and noticing what comes up within ourselves about someone else and being in relationship with someone else and putting it in its place. Like, is this an unhealthiness of me? Is it really an unhealthiness about them, or are they just triggering me? You know, putting it all in its place. And it's not always you. Sometimes it is them. Sometimes there's red flags are waving and you need to know that too. But often it's our subconscious mind trying to protect us from relationships from long ago, people from long ago, which isn't even the person that's in front of us now. Honoring your energies behind that. So honor what you've been through, and then honor that your nervous system is going to be like that. It's going to be scared of those things, and your subconscious mind is going to be scared of those things because of what you've been through. But know that it's about that in the past and it's not about now. The King of Canes, who's this? Is this the one that you're romantically involved in, or you're thinking about romance with them? Because the King of Canes, he's the one that's like, you're mine. I want you. I choose you. The Moon, you're not sure. And the Ten of Needles, painful ending. So it's unknown. Like, has this ended or not? Like, what the hell? Is this going to end or not? You're just not sure about it. The Moon is when things haven't been revealed yet. So still in that. I don't know the trajectory. There's no guarantees in a relationship or in anything, really. But, yeah. In the dark about something. Has it ended? Well, the Ten of Needles is a painful ending, right? But it doesn't have to be painful, but often things are. There's omens, there's signs about that. So could this be perhaps in another relationship, or has something ended in you? Should you end it? There's lots of confusion around this. You're getting signs about it anyway. Just give yourself time. If you're unclear about something, just give yourself time. Are they ending it or not? Have they pulled away? They might have pulled away to sort something out in themselves, I actually prefer relationships like that. I would much prefer to be in a relationship with someone who, when stuff comes up for them, they'll sort it out themselves and then come back to me. Someone that pulls away and does things in their own time and then comes back, as long as they come back, I'd much rather that than be with someone that projects things onto you, and doesn't take responsibility for themselves and sort things out in their own time, take their own space to do that. Freedom. There's nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. This is for our romantic lives now. What else? For our singles and those in new relationships and stuff like that. Reveal what needs to be seen. Is there something that you need to say about yourself, about what you're feeling, about who you are? What else? For romance, please. What else for our romantics? We have balance and spy. So you could be noticing someone, waiting for balance. Perhaps you're waiting for someone to come back at you. Is it their turn? Have you put enough effort in or something like that? That could be why the Moon and the Ten of Needles, it's like, oh, is this ended? Yeah. Signs that it's ended, but they might just be taking their own space. Villain and using. Oh, this is when we get into our reactivity and we start making up stories about it. Sometimes when someone pulls away, if this is the case, I don't know if it is for you, but sometimes when someone pulls away, it might just be that they're sorting something out in themselves. Now, when we can then react to it, right? So then if we allow ourselves to react to that, and we can sometimes make it can feel a little bit better than not knowing what the hell's going on, to make up a negative story about them so that we can be right. So that appeals to the ego when we do that. And we're all capable of that, like, oh, they were just using me and, making them out to be the villain. They're toxic or whatever. I've seen that a lot. I've seen it in my comments and stuff. It's like, can you believe it? He said that I'm not the person for him. It's like, well, that seems straightforward. That's not toxic. People calling people out for being clear of not choosing someone and they're being called toxic. That's not toxic. That's someone who's clearly told you how they're feeling or they're not feeling or whatever. So let's try and not do that, be reactive and make someone out to be the villain, because we're only appeasing our ego when we do that. And it's not a real win. There's nobody winning. There's nobody winning. Tell us more. What else in the energies today, please? Yeah, scales again, you see. Keep your life in balance. So try and remain balanced emotionally and all of that. It seems that there's a lot of growth going on in you here. Happiness. Make yourself happy. Be happy with what you've got. Enjoy the things that are in your life and the people that are in your life. We've got a ring. A marriage will take place, either romantic or in business. An I, psychic ability, trust your intuition. And you know, with that marriage thing coming out as well, if someone is giving you space, it could be they're just really serious about you and they just need some space to be sure. I think a lot of us need that when you take a step back, when things are getting serious, to go like, okay, this is a serious decision. I need my space to make sure. It's very hard to make a decision like that when we're around someone's energy because we're positively influenced by their energy usually. Take a step back and we can get clarity, right? Lobster, financial pinch. We've got a frying pan, trouble, accusations. Oh no, that could be about money stuff. We've got an I, psychic ability, trust your intuition. I don't think I said that one. Anyway, interesting new moon energies. Think of a yes or no answer question. I've got a red and a green crystal in this bag and I'm going to pull one of them out very shortly for our answer, but it's just a bit of fun. This is a general reading, not a personal reading. If you do want a personal reading, including 2025 year ahead reading, is a month by month detailed reading, book yourself in. I've got anything from one question readings to detailed readings. You find a link for that in the description box below and also up there too. There are some special offers at the moment. I get everything out within 24 hours, apart from the 2025 year ahead readings. That'll take me a few days because they're very long readings. Takes me ages. How best to deal with these energies today, this new moon. Also have soul contract readings as well if you're interested about why you were born, what your intentions were, karma, dharma and all that kind of thing and how things are going and what your guides say. What guidance you need right now. How best to deal with these energies today? We have the Six of Wands. This is about being seen to be doing really well. Now, this is interesting because of this energy that came out. Like, who have you been pleasing? Where does that guilt and that shame come from? Why do you feel naughty? Because the Six of Wands is about being seen to be doing really well. So who are you going to get the applause from, or who are you going to get the criticism from? If they're not really in your life and it's just a past person, like, what is that all about? Why do you have to be seen to be doing well? Why can't you just like be happy in yourself without getting the applause from everyone else, without posting it on Instagram? It's difficult these days, isn't it? And I'm not saying that we should be an island and never have validation from everyone else and just be completely detached from everyone. No, we're social beings. But when there's negative feelings coming up, we do need to look into that. We do need to look into that and like see where that's come from, and like they probably don't even exist anymore. Who you're trying to please, right? So think about that. Being seen to be doing well. Is it about focusing on the positive? No, I would say not. Anyway, think of a yes or no answer question now. Your answer is yes, go for it. There you go. Now you know. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to click like before you click off down there. Click that subscribe button if you're new. Leave me a comment as well. I do love hearing from you and I read all the comments. Click that join button down there to be a part of my membership, and you'll be invited along to members only live shows where I give you readings in there. If you want to connect in with me, chat about things, have a lovely group of people in there. Well, have the best day ever, best new moon ever. Oh, and I do have new moon readings, $30 off at the moment. Check that out on my website, behealing.com too. Have the best day ever. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.